Good morning. Let's try this again. Sorry, y'all. My poor child is having some growing pains, and so I had to jump off and deal with that. But let's just go ahead and start over. Today we are talking about writing. Last night, for those of you who were not here, I'm going to take a sip of water. Excuse me. For those of you that were not here last night, even if you're catching this on the replay, last night we got into talking about book design. Well, some of you might be saying, well, Aurelia, I haven't even written a book yet. And that's okay. I hope that you join me. Over the course of the next 30 days. And let's write. This is a free program. I do recommend, though, that you go ahead and snag the Write Your Book in 30 Days printable plan. That is what I'm using, and that's kind of what I'm sharing a little bit with you today, this morning. Get that plan. You know, yesterday I posted something on Instagram that said, without having a plan, you're basically lost. You're just doing whatever. And so having a plan, having some structure, giving yourself that, creating that. Hey, you don't even have to create it. I already created it. So all you got to go do is go get it from misswin.com and download it. You can even click the link in the bio on Instagram, or you can click the link down below and get your copy. It's called Write and Publish Your Book in 30 Days. This is an excellent tool for writers who have a story to tell that they've been trying to tell for years, but just need some organization, some direction, some structure. It's there, baby. I'm the organization queen, the structure queen. I need it at this point in my life when I have my hand in so many different pots. That's okay. As long as you have structure, you can do multiple things in one day. You don't have to just focus on one thing one day. Okay, and so every morning, not on Instagram Live or on YouTube, I plan to write, and I plan to get at least 20,000 words down. How many words do you want to write? Do you know how many words it takes to write a children's book? Do you know how many words are typically in a cookbook? Do you know how many words are typically in a nonfiction or fiction book? That's your homework. I want you to go look it up. And then maybe make that your goal for how many words that you want to write. I know for what I want to write, it's probably only going to take me about 20,000 words, right? And you can say, oh, I don't want to do that. I just want to free write. Okay, well, this might not really help you. This might not be for you if you're just going to free write. Because what I know about free writing is that there's no structure, there's no real direction. And hey, good morning. And it's hard to stick to a plan when you don't really have one. And so that's what we're talking about today. And every Tuesday and Thursday morning, I gotta get this done first thing in the morning. If I don't do it in the morning, there's so many things that happen throughout my day. And so wake up, brush my teeth, wash my face, do my morning routine. I've been trying to water my grass in the mornings. But then my very next thing that I'm going to do is writing. And so though we're starting at 8 o'clock, it's 8:15 now. I might have to start a little bit earlier. I'm an early riser. I get up at 5 a.m. And so 8 o'clock is kind of late. I've already had my morning nap. Like, I took a short, maybe 30, 45 minute nap already. So I'm just like, okay, I might need to do this a little bit earlier. And so I will put out a post on Instagram, and I will make sure that I share it and let you know what time I decide to actually get on. Probably not every day, probably Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I do plan to write every day in the morning after I kind of do my morning routine, get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, have my coffee, water my grass, do any house cleaning that I want to do first thing in the morning. And then my very next thing is going to be writing. I haven't even gotten dressed yet, so excuse me. That will be my next thing when I hop off of here, is to go get dressed, get out of my pajamas and get some clothes on and get started with my day. What I was saying earlier is we've got to have a plan. And so the homework before we get off into this plan is figuring out how many words do you actually want to write? How many words are in a children's book typically? How many words are in a poetry book? How many words are in a nonfiction, fiction, whatever kind of book it is that you want to write? Google it. The information is there. So that's going to be your homework, and that's going to be very important when moving forward. How many words does it take for you to write a whole book? For me, I know that the type of book that I want to write, it's only going to take 20,000 words. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is brainstorm. You don't have to have an exact structure right at the top. You can just brainstorm, write down your ideas, but time yourself and don't just write them out by hand, type them up, because what you're going to want to know is how many words in an hour can you type? How many words an hour can you type? I know that I can type about 1,000 words in an hour. And I know that I want to write about 20,000 words. So that means about 20 hours, right? It's going to take me about 20 hours to write a book, to write this particular book that I'm working on. And I know that I want to spend at least 2 hours in the morning working on this book. So I could hammer out 2,000 words a day. So that means it's only going to take me 10 days. 10 days, that's not bad. Today is already the 31st. So that's perfect. By June 10th, I should have this book already written out. It's going to take discipline, and it's going to take commitment, and it's going to take me sticking to my plan. And so earlier we were talking about having a plan and what happens when you don't have a plan. Things go complete array. We don't stick to it if we don't have a plan, if we just kind of do it on the fly. And so with that information, you can start hammering it out. Okay, I know that it takes me 2 hours to write 2,000 words. If I commit to this plan, it will only take me 10 days. What? 10 days and not 8 months? Right. Exactly. Right. RIGHTWRITE. Right. Yes. And so with that, you can kind of start mapping out the whole publishing process. You can say, okay, it takes me this long to write. I know that an editor will need some time, unless you're going to edit it yourself, which I go over that in my Write and Publish Your Book in 30 Days printable plan. That's on my website for $4.99. I highly recommend that you go ahead and get that. And it gives you, I break it down. I have it printed out right here. I break it down step by step for you. All you got to do is fill it in, follow it, and commit to actually doing it. I even include a little calendar. I even include, like, okay, let's say you want to write 30,000 words or 60,000 words, or what if you want to write 90,000 words? I give you I break it down for you, basically, make it super easy for you. So all you have to do then is just write. All you got to do is just write. And I'm going to say write now and think later. You don't want to sit there and edit your book as you go through it. You want to just focus on your writing. You want to follow the process in the way that it's meant to be followed. So step 1, get the Write Your Book in 30 Days printable plan. Step 2, follow the plan, commit to it, commit to writing every day for however long it's going to take you. Brainstorm, time yourself, see how many words you write in an hour, and use that to help you figure out how many days, how many hours you need to spend, how many hours you need to spend writing, and then how many days that's going to take you. Let's say I shared earlier that I plan to write 2 hours a day. So that means it's going to take me 10 days. If I wanted to write 4 hours a day, it would take me less time. And so it would take me less days, to get it done. And so I hope that's helpful. I will be back again. I plan to be back again at 7 a.m. on Thursday, actually writing with you, actually writing some things down. I will have already had my brainstorm done. It is Tuesday. So on Thursday, I plan to have my brainstorm done. I plan to have at least 2,000 words worth of brainstorming done. And then I plan to go through my Write and Publish Your Book in 30 Days workbook and fill that out so that I have some structure. I am making a commitment to myself. If I can't keep a commitment to myself, I don't know if I can keep a commitment to anybody else, right? So I dare you to think about that. I dare you to do the same. Go get the Write Your Book in 30 Days printable plan first. Go through it. By Thursday, you should have your brainstorming done. You should know how many words you can write in an hour, and you should have a plan for how many hours you're going to spend a day on your writing, and then you should just do that. For me, writing first thing in the morning, I have to. If it's going to get done, it has to happen first thing in the morning. Otherwise, it might not get done. I like to spend my nights reading. By the end of the day, my mind is spent. I do not want to be having to think about writing anything, nothing, not even homework. I do my homework in the mornings. And so, for those of you that do not know, I am in a Master's of Marriage and Family Therapy program. And so it's a lot of reading and it's a lot of writing, and I'm my best self first thing in the morning. So that's all I have for you today. I will be back again Thursday morning, bright and early. First thing, I've got to get this writing done. And if you're anyone like me, you totally get it. If you're going to get anything done, it probably should happen first thing in the morning. Otherwise, it might not get done. And so I will be back Thursday morning, probably at 7 a.m. We'll see. This first week, we just going to give it a try. And then we will commit to a date and time next week. How about that? We can for sure say Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, either at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you miss this, that's okay. You can go back and watch the replay. Again, I am using the Write and Publish Your Book in 30 Days printable plan that can be found at misswin.com in the shop. Underneath the shop tab, there is a little drop down that says author resources. You're going to want to go ahead and click on that, and it will lead you right there. Scroll down. It's at the bottom. All right. Have a good day. See you guys again on Thursday.